This is Press TV's Top 5. Thanks very much for joining us. Well, Rohingya Muslims continue to flee the violent crackdown in western Myanmar into neighboring Bangladesh by boat or on foot. The UN Refugee Agency says some 60,000 refugees have arrived in Bangladesh since a new round of violence erupted more than a week ago. Aid agencies are struggling to deal with immediate requirements in refugee camps. This is while the World Food Programme suspended aid to Myanmar's violence-plagued Rakhine state on Saturday. Myanmar's army has launched what it calls clearance operations against the Muslim minority following attacks on security posts which left a dozen troops dead. The violent crackdown has claimed the lives of hundreds of Rohingya. Over 2,600 houses have been burned down in Rohingya-populated areas of Myanmar's northwest. Naypyidaw remains defiant to international pressure to stop its brutal persecution of Rohingya Muslims. To discuss that further, and we're now joined by Mr. Nay Sanloin, who is a Rohingya activist and blogger, joining us live now from London. Thanks very much for joining us here on Press TV, sir. What do you make of the current situation of Rohingyas, especially those, of course, who are crossing over into Bangladesh in desperation?
Yeah, the Rohingya has been facing all this situation since 1978. This is the 40 years long story. So we have been subjected to all the restriction since 1992, and the government has been launching the operation against the Rohingya since 1978. But in the history, now this operation is the biggest one since 1978. Although in 1978, there about 200,000 fled to Bangladesh, but this time the refugee will be much bigger amount than the 1978. Now, at least 200,000 Rohingyas are standing across the Bangladesh border, who are trying to cross the border, but the Bangladesh government also didn't open the border yet, but they are secretly sneaking into the Bangladesh. But inside the country, in northern Arakan state, there are 3 townships, Budirao, Maundo, and the Ratelo. The government troop, military, and the Boragat police have been indiscriminately killing the men, women, children, and the elderly people since August 25, after some government troop outposts were attacked by the Rohingya young man. Now, up to now, we cannot say you the exact figure, but you know, at least 3,000 to 4,000 Rohingya civilians have been killed, that we believe, because in one village in Ratirang Township alone, at least 1,000 villagers were indiscriminately killed, that we were told by the eyewitness.
Mr. Loin, I'm wondering what your opinion is about how Aung San Suu Kyi has handled this situation. Obviously, she is the darling of the West. Under Obama's presidency, she was, seen as the beacon of democracy for Myanmar. What do you think of how she has handled the situation?
At first, she asked the international community to give her the time and the space, but it has been now already 2 years now. She is leading the government as de facto leader, but unfortunately she is not taking side with any civilian, like for the other ethnic minority as well. For the Rohingya, she's just like she's taking the side with the military, and she's completely silent. And just a few days ago, her information committee has changed the name. Before it was State Consular Information Committee Facebook page. They are updating all the information there, and all the information are against the Rohingya, and they are using like a extremist Bengali terrorists. We are not the Bengali. This is the term she agreed. Previously, she said not to avoid the Bengali term and the Rohingya, just to use the Rohingya from Rakhine State, Muslim from Rakhine State. But now, from her page, they are using the extremist Bengali terrorists. So this is like, they're echoing her opinion there. But later, when the Bangladesh government pressured them, they omitted the Bengali word in English, but in Burmese they keep using. So since she is not talking anything about us, and she is taking side with the military, that we have to say that she is completely against us. As a human being, she has to sympathize as we are human beings. She's not even sympathizing, because she can see from all the video we are updating on our Twitter, Facebook, blog, and the websites that how many thousand people are fleeing, how the people are indiscriminately killing by the Burmese military since last year, October. So she can see everything. She have all the updates. Yes, she is like behaving like a nationalist.
Okay, Mr. Lewin, we'll leave it there at that. But of course, we do appreciate you taking your time out to speak to us here at Press TV.